Congratulations, another round closed today. You managed to get 340 million in a follow-on round at $5 billion valuation from General Catalyst. This on the back of the money that you raised literally 2 months ago at what, $3.5 billion. I mean, how do you go from 3.5 to 5 billion in 2 months?
On the round, so simple philosophy on this financing, right? We obviously raised quite a bit of capital. We're a well-capitalized company. But what I say internally is that the number one rule of life is if you've got high quality partners on the table and good capital, you should always take it. And we couldn't be more thrilled to have General Catalyst on board. They are a legendary Silicon Valley investor. This is their first large investment in India since they integrated with venture capitalists and brought Neeraj Arora on board.
Yeah.
So we're super excited. And Neeraj has been a personal investor in the company since our seed stage days. In terms of how we went from like 3.6 to 4.95-ish over the past 2 months. I mean, look, the company is growing pretty fast, right? So we've grown in that 60-day period since our last financing. We've grown about 20%. Obviously, we're launching a lot more stores, and you might have seen some of the work they were doing. We launched Nasik, Ahmedabad, Chandigarh, and I think the inflection point is becoming clearer and clearer to the market, and the downside is largely protected for because, like I mentioned last time, we've got 70% of our stores fully EBITDA and free cash flow positive, turning profitable faster and faster.
What does this mean now in terms of expansion? What does it mean in terms of aspiration to move beyond the cities that you currently operate in and expand the dark store network as well as more categories to get into?
Absolutely. So, we are expanding. Like I mentioned last time, we're launching a few hundred stores, across the next couple of months in, not just existing cities in the metro cities, but even in Tier 2, Tier 3 cities. And just to give you an anecdote, right? We launched Nasik last month, right? Nasik is not known to be like anywhere close to a metro in terms of a market.
Yeah.
The stores that we launched there have hit 1,000 orders per day in 6 weeks. It's the fastest that we've ever been able to achieve that. Mumbai, Bangalore, Delhi took like 3-4 months to hit 1,000 orders per day. Nasik is coming in 6-7 weeks. And the insight really for Tier 2 and Tier 3 markets is that customers are underserved. There are no real quality online or offline options for them in terms of price, selection, and quality. And obviously, you're giving them convenience. But when we go into these Tier 2, Tier 3 markets, customers come and tell us that, hey, I actually couldn't find this selection anywhere else, right? Or I couldn't find this, quality control anywhere else. And so we think we have an even stronger value prop in those markets. And the cost.
So is that going to now be a priority and a focus in terms of expansion? Because as you said, these are underserved markets, and perhaps with the kind of growth that you've seen in Nasik, for instance, is it changing your mix in terms of prioritization?
Absolutely. So we plan to launch, the idea is to launch at least a dozen cities over the next 2 quarters, and then we'll expand from there. But right now we've got visibility launching a dozen cities, and that includes, Ahmedabads, Chandigarhs, Kanpurs of the world, the Vizags of the world, the Indores of the world. So, all of that we're launching over the next 2 quarters, and we'll expand from there. But absolutely. So one, we are expanding geographically. 2, in terms of new categories. I'm glad you brought that up because, today, one of the big things that, even for this financing that really got investors excited is that, we launched a bunch of new categories last quarter. We're talking about consumer electronics, general merchandise, high utility apparel, and even, beauty and cosmetics, right? And so, we launched all those 4 categories. Effectively in the first quarter since launch, it's already doing today, the run rate is well over 1,200 crores of scale, right? Annualized, obviously. But in the first 4 or 5 months of launching a category, you get to 1,200 crores of scale and growing, 15-18% month on month. It's an unbelievable, like a vote of confidence in the product market fit. So we're very excited about that as well.
Make informed decisions with comprehensive analysis on the go.
Strengthen your portfolio with real-time market updates on the go. Create effective strategies with insightful expert opinions on the go.
Grow on the go with CNBC-TV18, now streaming live 24/7 on YouTube.
Hey, thank you for watching this on CNBC TV18. Hope you liked it. For more such interesting news and updates, follow CNBC TV18 on all the social media platforms.